All right, we back. You know we ain't gonna waste no time. Like, subscribe, comment. Charleston White hitting the nail on the head once again. Great conversations. You guys are gonna like this one. Let's go.
In like today's generation, with the youth coming up, they get their influence from, like you said, like social media.
They mamas, they dad, they hear their mamas
the
say,
rappers.
so they mamas hear, they hear their mamas talking like
That's
that.
That's the first.
Come on now.
That's the first. Then
That's why the teachers can't teach. If the teachers can say Charles, sit your long head down somewhere, boy, before I send your mother to the principal. Boy, if the teachers could talk like that, say, open them god, boy, shut your motherfucking ass up, little stupid. Say, get out of my god classroom. They could, boy, kids would be great in school.
And you know what the sad part is this is kind of true because it's more along the lines of the language that they're used to and the language that they're forced to respect. You can always tell how parents talk around a child by how the child speaks when they're by themselves. When these children are at school, they're ratchet, they're very vulgar, they have terrible vocabulary, but they know every curse word in the book, and that's mainly because that's what they hear their parents sounding like. And so if the teacher sounded more like the parent, like, in the world of these politics and everything, they think just black teachers will help again. Black teachers teaching black students isn't going to make much of a difference. It's the curriculum that's being taught and the language is being taught in. This shit doesn't register with these children. They never heard any of this information. They never heard these manners. They never heard these customs. So when they get to school, they're just utterly confused by this.
Because that's how you got to teach these motherfuckers. Say, boy, if you don't sit your, boy, you a punk. No, so what you doing hanging on touching that, man? Quit, boys don't touch each other all the time. That's what gay motherfuckers do. Sit your ass down somewhere, boy. Homie, you'll get a better response out of it. And then come back and talk to them in another way. And build them up. Say, look, come on, man, don't be doing that much. Come here, let me talk to you. But when you got to chasten him, you got to chasten these motherfuckers. Because these are the generation that'll kill their mamas. These is the little boys that beat up their sisters. These is the little boys that jump on granny when they get granny height. These the little boys when they 7, 8 years now, they ball their fists up and huff and puff and look at their mama like they want to hit her. And just when they get big enough, they go do it.
Yeah, I wish my son.
Yo, it's so sad that this is true. This is true. We really have a generation of kids that don't value the elders. They don't respect her. And it's mainly because there's no men around. I see so many people get mad at other races of people when they address this problem in the black community, that there are no fathers around. Like, to think that method, he said, it works. To scold the kid in due time, to scold the kid as he's doing something in real time, and then afterwards to give him the information on why you had to do it is something that his father should have been doing at home. But since his father isn't doing that, and because we don't have those men also in the schools, because the world has gotten so soft that you got to talk to these boys like they're little girls, that we now have young men that are willing to fight their sisters, willing to fight their mothers, willing to fight their grandmothers, willing to fight their uncles. They're willing to go to war with anybody. You know why? Because their mama was willing to go to war with anybody. They saw their mother getting ready to fight dudes. They saw their mother getting ready to fight girls. They saw mama threaten grandmama. They saw mama threatening her sisters. And this little boy didn't think that he was doing anything wrong. It's the same thing I see mama doing. It's the same thing my aunties do. It's the same thing my sisters do. When we have an attitude with each other, we take it there. And it's normally men who keep this kind of shit in check. And when men leave it unchecked by not being there, you see the problems we deal with.
Say, homie, they'll beat this is the generation that beat up their uncles. This is the generation that beat up their daddies, their granddaddies. This is the generation that hurt everything in their family. And to come outside and hurt everything outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say when you catch these young now, they need 30, 40 years. White boy ain't doing nothing wrong. Again, these time they getting these. You see how it helped their daddies now. All these old niggas talking this gangster about how they was. They ain't killed nobody though. They talking.
It'd be so hard to agree with him when he's saying stuff like this, but I'm one of those people where prison was probably one of the best things that happened to me. I got a chance to get around some good older people who probably ain't never coming home because of the crimes that they committed in the past. And the crimes back then was nothing. Like, you get caught with like an ounce of crack or something, you be sentenced to like 5 to life. I was in there with those guys, and they gave me some very good information. They pointed out how I was different from the rest of the people who were in there. They pointed out the people who were supposed to be in there. there and the people who just made simple mistakes. Without having those guys in my life, I don't know what would have happened. I probably would have continued in the streets on the same path, doing the exact same things, but prison actually does help some of us. So I get what he's saying. It's just hard for me to advocate for something like that.
Gangster, but they ain't hurt nobody. All the old killers was put away for so long. Now they on the internet talking gangster, but they ain't living gangster. So that's what we need to do with these young boys. Lock they motherfuckers up with some new crime bills. We need a new crime bill like the crack mass. We need some 3-strike laws. And watch how this right.
You don't think like the media has a part in that? Like no, they push like an agenda or something?
The media ain't got nothing to do with what's in black people's hearts today. The white man, whoever this white ghost is called white supremacy, didn't have nothing to do with your mom and daddy.
And I got a serious issue with that term white supremacy, especially when it comes out of the mouth of black people and black men. Like, I've never heard Chinese people say that there was a race superior to them. I've never heard Arab people say that there's a race better than them. I've never heard Spanish people say that there's a race more superior to them. And then you turn around and these same progressive black people want to be complaining about how much the white man is superior compared to them as a race. To me, that's disgusting. To me, that's degrading. And teaching that inside of the school teaches low self-esteem, and it teaches kids to never actually fight for the things that will fix the community because they're too busy worried about this ghost of white supremacy. Like, it's to the point they're still talking about the KKK. That's sad to me when you guys are still talking about the KKK at this point. Like, y'all got AKKs, like y'all and plenty of them. Y'all got choppers, y'all got Dracos, y'all got these sticks, y'all got everything. But you guys are so afraid of no one coming after you. There's absolutely no one coming after you. The person that is causing the most harm to you looks exactly like you. And instead of pointing our fingers at each other and showing where we went wrong, we want to blame white people from the 1800s. To me, that don't work at this point. Like, we need to stop blaming people and stand up on our own too and actually take charge.
When your daddy got caught your mama's sister. Your daddy was going to the strip club, making it rain on them, buying pussy, coming home and the lights were getting cut off. You think the white man had something to do with that? You think the white man got something to do with your desires and your pleasures and your vices and your demons?
Like saying like propaganda. No,
the propaganda come from what you get. Your value system comes from your home, not the television.
Facts.
Right. Can't argue with that.
And if it is coming from the television, we have another major problem. Single parent households, these mothers are spending so much time at work, so much time trying to be bosses, so much time trying to be independent, so much of this I don't need a man nonsense that they don't have time to even speak with the children no more. They don't have time to hand that culture down to the children no more. And mama might not have it because her mama, she might not have had a father as well. So none of them have a culture to pass on. None of them have a skill to pass on. None of them have anything. So these kids are in these phones and these tablets and on TV all day, and they learning this nonsense. So it's happening both ways. You're supposed to learn from home, but what happens when the moms just take this damn tablet and shut the hell up? Then what?
My mama here cussing. Hey, y'all better cut that mess off. What is that? And she coming in there listening. What is that mess y'all listening to? Who is that in my driveway? Who is that little boy there, son? Where he from? Who is his mama? What your mama do?
You don't have it.
That's what my mama, who is that? Hey, what's that noise in there? Nothing gets by mama. What's that noise in there? Hey, why y'all kids so quiet in there? Open that door. Don't no kids close no door in no house. You got to check.
They'll take it to a step further. They'll take the whole damn door off the hinges. Mama come right in there with the screw gun and take the whole damn door off the hinges. You want to close the door in there. Women used to pay mothers, aunties, grandma, whoever you got dropped off at while your parents was out doing what they was doing. They kept a strict watch on what it is that you were entertained by. They kept a strict watch on what it is that you were watching and listening to. That's back when music had parental advisory stickers and you had to be of a certain age to buy stuff out of the store. Now with all of this stuff readily available on the internet, it's almost hard to contain the children from being able to see this stuff. And the parents aren't putting any monitors on these phones, these TVs, these tablets. They're not doing anything. So these kids have access to stuff that we never had access to when we were their age.
Every 24/7, you can't take a break when you got kids. While you breaking every evil, every dark, every demonic, everything wrong is trying to grab your kid. While you taking a break saying, I'm tired.
So nowadays, you know, people, they give their kids the phones. Here,
come on.
the phone.
So when your kid can spell transsexual, what happened when he type in transsexual? When he start getting horny and want to see what gay sex look like, and it stimulate him. Because he got a phone and nobody can govern what he can spell in his phone. You ain't gave him a book. You didn't give him a lawnmower. You didn't give him a drill gun.
Damn BB
you didn't
gun,
give him a
something.
screwdriver. You didn't give him a hammer. You gave him a phone from the earliest time that he can begin to communicate.
That's why you're getting
And this ain't got nothing to do.
Experiences.
And now the children have become illiterate. These children have gotten to a point where spelling doesn't even matter. Writing doesn't even matter. You could just talk into the phone. It'll form the sentences for you. Grammar doesn't matter. The states don't matter. These kids don't know the states. They don't know the one they live in. They don't know anything anymore. Anything. And I almost get why the teachers have pretty much thrown their hands in the air, because what happens when a child is acting up and you call a parent and the parent comes up there and you see exactly where the child got it from? The child cursed you out. You called the child's parent. The parent comes up there and curses you out worse than the child did. But you see the similarity between the adult and child. We too friendly with our children. And then we turn around and blame the white man for this. I don't like shit like that. I don't like blaming people for stuff that's happening within our community. There's no white man walking around telling you leave your baby father and become a single mother and don't have any more men around him. No one's coming and telling men to abandon the family that you started simply because you had an argument with your woman and you want to take the easy way out. You want to leave her with the goddamn kids while you could go out and live your goddamn life. No white man is going around telling us this. This is a broken culture. These are issues that we need to address by ourselves. We don't need the government to fix these issues. Like if the Jews ran into this problem, they would not be looking for the government to fix these issues. If Spanish people ran into that, we're the only ones who look to the same people who we claim oppress us to fix the issues of us. And to me, that's just sad. That's sickening. That's some weak shit. I think that black men need to stand up just a little bit more to fight back against these things, and we'll be better. But blaming the white man and all of this other nonsense that be going on, that's cap to me. That's cap to me. And I know that puts me on you guys know I'm not into this politics shit and all of that, but I guess that puts me more on the conservative side or whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. All I know is what will be good for the community, because it was good for the community. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You already know.